Okay, so we are going to be making little cards for a jewelry stand. So I'm going to go into my Cricut design space, open up a new project. Now I've already downloaded the SVG files that I bought from Etsy of the jewelry cards. So I'm going to go into my uploaded images and pick the ones that I would like to make. So I'm going to add a couple. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight them. Now I'm going to go to edit, go down to the size, and I'm just going to make them 2 inches each just so I can make them smaller and easier to work with. So once I get those images smaller, I'm going to separate them out. And then I'm going to go to edit after I make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to ungroup them. And then I'm going to pull that one image and then get rid of that black square behind it. So I'm just going to do the same thing for all 3 of the jewelry cards. And then I'm going to make them the size I want. Okay, now once I do that, I'm going to go to actions and I'm going to attach them. If you don't attach them, it will try and print the holes and the slits separately. So after I attach them, I'm going to duplicate them because I want to make a few of each. I'm going to save my project and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so we're back into our project now. So I want to get an idea of how big this is going to be and see if it's going to be bigger than the cardstock I have, which it actually is. So I'm going to go back into design space and I'm going to make them smaller. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to delete all of them except for one. And then I'm going to have the one the size I want and then I'm just going to duplicate it. And that's easier than resizing all of them, and then I know that they're all the same size. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with the other 2 jewelry cards. I love that little heart one. Duplicate it, and then this one right here as well. Get rid of those and then duplicate that. Now I'm going to save my project. Alright, so now I'm going to click on Make It Again, and that's a little bit better. So we don't need to mirror it or anything like that. So I'm going to hit continue, and we're going to use glitter cardstock. I have that in my favorites. I'm going to choose that, and the glitter cardstock I use is actually very thick, so I'm going to go to my pressure settings and choose more. So now that I have that all set, I'm going to get my glitter cardstock ready. Okay, so here is the glitter cardstock I'm going to be using. It's a rose gold cardstock. It's really pretty and it's really thick. Just to show you, here is regular cardstock. You can see how much flimsier it is than this. And something that I learned by trial and error and screwing it up is I am going to have to tape this on here. even though this is my strong grip mat, this cardstock is so thick that it will move around when it's trying to cut, and your cut will be completely ruined. So I'm just taking some painter's tape and I'm going to tape it down here. Up here. And we're gonna do one here for good measure. Okay. So now I am going to place it in my Cricut here. And we're going to start cutting. And I'll be back when it's done. So I had a feeling that I made them a little bit too big, but I'm going to undo the tape and we're going to take this out. You can see it's already coming out pretty easily. Yeah, so let me actually, I'm going to put a pair of earrings on here. And that is how you make a little jewelry card for any type of jewelry you may be making. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video.